الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ثم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه الأجمعين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي عما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. My dear sisters in faith, we are going to continue with our lecture, or I'm going to continue with my lecture. And today's lecture is about pornography and addiction, causes, effects, and cures. My dear sisters in faith, pornography, also known as porn, is one of the most dangerous obsessions in the modern world for multiple reasons. Reason number one, first, it can catch any rational person off guard and cause them to fall victim to its lure. Number two, it can be highly addictive. Those who get attached to porn find it extremely difficult to overcome this habit. And number three, porn addiction has not been adequately addressed or tackled despite becoming a global issue. So according to a 2025 report by World Metrics Organization, it reveals how the pornography industry generates annual revenue of over $97 billion. While pornography is often considered a product of West, internet porn searches are equally rampant in Muslim nations. Porn addiction, my dear sisters in Islam, is undoubtedly a common and destructive habit among Muslims, particularly the youth. This harsh reality begs the question, why do we not intellectually talk about porn addiction and try to address this pressing issue? My dear sisters in faith, while the Western society benefits financially from downplaying the harm associated with porn, the Muslim society generally considers porn as taboo. So this irresponsible approach has failed to prevent millions of Muslims from falling prey to porn and ruining their lives in the process. So a situation likely to worsen if we continue to remain in denial. My dear sisters in faith, let us therefore understand the causes, effects, and cures to porn addiction, which would enable us and our loved ones to stay vigilant and help others escape its clutches. So among the causes, my dear sisters in Islam, among the causes of porn addiction, number one, an idle mind. It's an idle mind. So as the ancient proverb goes, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. The more time we spend without doing anything productive, the more likely we are to indulge in sins such as watching pornographic videos. So also exposure to sexually suggestive or stimulating images and videos, which are commonplace today, can easily lure one towards pornographic content. Also, the second cause of pornographic addiction is that other major causes of porn addiction include anxiety, loneliness, and low self-esteem. In particular, late marriages among adults are increasingly contributing to reliance on porn viewing. So, my dear sisters in faith, with regards to porn addiction, one often turns, or with regards to effects of porn addiction, we find that we often turn to porn to counter loneliness. Yet the ironic part is that porn addiction only increases depression and despair in the longer term. So, it also leads to a sense of guilt and powerlessness and can make one highly irritable. So it causes also one to objectify others, especially women, and view them in a degrading manner. So you find also porn causes viewers to indulge in fantasies. So the removal from reality, coupled with the unrealistic expectations resulting from watching porn pictures, can also lead to a lack of interest in one's pause, which among the major causes of broken marriages today. My dear sisters in Islam, porn addiction also promotes an unnatural sexual desires and aggressive tendencies, which may lead to predatory sexual behavior. Also, excessive pornographic viewing can take a serious toll on our bodies too. It generates an excessive dose of dopamine, which has been linked to various diseases and disorders, including obesity and many other serious diseases and disorders. Also, my dear sisters in Islam, masturbation, which yani, typically accompanies pornographic viewing, is causing alarming rates of impotence among young men. My dear sisters in faith, with regards to cure to porn addiction, it requires taking back control of our minds, which in turn requires planning, persistence, and a proactive lifestyle. Here are, my dear sisters, 5 simple ways to help anyone or to help us overcome pornographic addiction. Key number 1 is connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should admit our weakness before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and implore Him to take away out for us. So we should also make istighfar and dua with sincerity, and read a small portion of the Quran with understanding daily. Also, we should try to fast regularly, such as once or twice a week, to help us curb excessive desires. Keyword number 2 is strengthening our mind with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should convince ourselves that we can definitely beat pornographic watching for good, like so many others have done. So we should also learn to divert our thoughts away from pornography watching and practicing it by mindfulness, meditation, and gratitude. So find out how our pornography viewing financially, my dear sisters, benefits the non-Muslims who own major porn websites. We should find out also this. We should also see how we benefit the non-Muslims by indulging ourselves in the practice. Keyword number 3, we should engage ourselves with people. So we should confide about our porn addiction in someone we can rely upon, such as a Muslim scholar or ustad or ustada or imam or even a counselor or trusted friend. We should try to spend less time in our bedroom also and more with our family members. We should also hang out with friends whose company keeps us away from obscenities. So keyword number 4 is changing our habits. We should introduce small lifestyle changes that can steer us away from pornography. So we should practice sleeping early and keep as the sunnah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, we should practice sleeping early and keep our phones away from our beds, and also indulge in exercise daily by doing basic stretches or playing a sport or even go to the gym. Just anything to give our body a meaningful workout. Keyword number 5 is developing a positive interest. So we should replace our pornography habit with something that is fun, engaging, and productive. This can be anything such as gardening, painting, watching documentaries, listening to Quran recitations or Islamic movies or even Islamic lectures or even acquiring a new skill, something that can make us look forward to each day. So, my dear sisters in faith, it is worth realizing that while marriage can serve as preventive against pornography addiction, it may not help someone who is already addicted to it. So this makes it important to overcome pornography addiction before marrying in order to avoid ruining someone else's life and ending up with a broken relationship. Finally, my dear sisters in Islam, we must remember that the journey to overcoming porn addiction can be a fairly lengthy one. So we must learn to quickly raise again. This, my dear sisters in Islam, um, it involves setting short-term goals and rewarding oneself for every small win along the way. Let us stay determined and we shall eventually conquer this addiction, inshallah. Shukran jazila wa barakallahu fikum.